The British motoring industry might have modelled itself on the Roman Empire. Its decline and fall from a seemingly impregnable position, brought about by bad management, endless infighting and economic decline in the 1970s, meant that British cars became much maligned for a period. Just like the eternal city of London itself, the British car industry has survived and flourishes once again.
So, Triumph Spitfire or a Swallow? A Duretti Swallow, Jeremy. You probably know more about this, being middle-aged and English, than anybody else in the world. So this is a Swallow based on a Triumph.
That's right. Underneath here is a Triumph TR2.
You can see the sort of vestige of the lines from the TRs, but also a little bit of Austin Healey, particularly at the back there.
Classic 50s styling.
And in a classic 50s British racing green colour. One of the things that Jeremy and I have got in common, apart from being English of course, is that our first cars were both Ford Cortina Mark 1s. Mine was a 1200 two-tone blue and white, four-door. It looked very different to this one, Jeremy.
This of course is the high-performance version made by Lotus and was a very good race car in its day, and of course it's the first series, and the first series were actually built by Lotus, not by Ford. It has alloy panels and it really is the most desirable of the model.
So this one, very, very rare then, a proper Lotus Cortina. Oh, this one's for sale, Jeremy.
Yes, I don't think I can afford it.
Amazing, a sort of articulated box on wheels, but the Land Rover Mark I is a prime example of a utility vehicle that created its own simplistic style.
Well, this is one of the oldest Land Rovers anywhere in the world. Launched in 1948, this is car number 138, which came to Australia at the end of 1948. It's actually not the oldest Land Rover in Australia, but it's the oldest registered Land Rover, the first Land Rover registered in Australia. A couple of earlier ones were brought in apparently and went out to the mines in Perth.
We don't know a lot about its early history. We know that it was sold in southern New South Wales many years ago, and then its history was lost.
And now such an iconic vehicle, you know, of course, still used by the British Army, farmers and all sorts of people around the world. What a wonderful car.
A bit more basic in here than your posh Range Rover though, Jeremy. It's got no door handles. How do I get out? Well, Jeremy, I always call these frog eyes. What do you call them?
Bug eyes.
Bug eye, frog eye, King's School Parramatta.
But hasn't it really been just like a huge garden party?
Well, particularly on that back of the Bentley over there, they had the chocolate cake, they had all sorts. We've seen plenty of Panama hats, haven't we? It's been all go here, it's wonderful.